welcome to our channel Critical Performance. Today we will show you the current possibilities for crystal setups and which configurations are currently the most useful. First of all, the prerequisite to have 16 crystal slots is applying a Garmoth heart to your awakening weapon and completing the Land of the Morning Light quest line. To begin with, we want to show you shortly the new crystals for life skills. You can now stack up to 16 crystals with a plus 10 mastery effect on each of them. You can acquire these crystals by going to this guy in the Nampo Moodle village. To finally get the crystal you want, you need to have 1 forest crystal, 50 trace of forest, 50 magical shards, and 100 lightstone crystals in your inventory. You will now be able to select a quest which rewards you with the life skill crystal you want. You can also select life skill experience crystals the same way. Each crystal will grant you a 5% EXP boost for a specific life skill. Since these crystals are still new, they won't be available on the marketplace for a while. Now let's talk about some PvE crystals. We prepared some presets because there are a lot of different grind spots where you can optimize your damage by selecting the best crystals for the situation. This would probably be the easiest setup because it just gives you straight up AP. This used to be a very cheap preset, but a lot of people are using it nowadays, so the price for this crystal increased. This is an accuracy preset we want to show you. We want to start with Jin Vipers for 20 accuracy and Elkar for 12 accuracy. Of course, we also use corrupted crystals for critical hit damage, the new Makalad crystals for a total of 22 all AP, the crystal of brutal decimation for 7 monster AP, as well as the rebellious spirit crystal for 10 AP. Of course, we want to use a tier crystal too. Girin's tier is too good. If you ever get one, don't sell it. Now this a version with only a small amount of accuracy because the focus is on raw damage here. We switched out the Jin Viper and the Elkar and replaced them with dark red fang crystals of valor. These give us 5 AP. We also take a second glorious Akred crystal for more monster AP. The last slot can be filled with any you like, so we took an ancient power crystal to further push our AP stat. In my opinion, this is one of the presets I will be using a lot. I replace the corrupted crystals for the crystals of mysterious darkness. These give us 12% back attack damage each. I also swap it out 1 Elkar for another glorious Akred to balance out the accuracy stat. This preset is probably one of the strongest at the moment, but only for a few spots where you have nearly 100% back attack rate like Trolls, Girin Underground, and Alan's Valley. There is also a good possibility that I will use this preset for the weekly dungeon runs. Last but not least, this preset can be obtained by everyone who is willing to invest 5 billion silver into crystals. These crystals are always available on the marketplace and can be replaced easily. The other crystal setups shown before have a lot of crystals that are way too rare to replace them. Now let's take a look at our damage comparison. This website called Garmoth.com has a beautiful function where you can compare 2 setups with each other. We want to see how big the difference is between a low and a high accuracy crystal setup. A lot of times our accuracy is way above 100%, which is a waste of damage. If we now include the accuracy, only a few spots appear now because these are the known spots where you need to have a certain amount of accuracy. A massive example is Crypt of Resting Thoughts. Our accuracy is way too low, that is why our damage would be almost 60% higher just because of our crystal setup. Now we compare our raw damage setup with our preset with crystals that are available on the marketplace. We see that we deal less damage at every single spot. As you can see, the loss is not too big. So if you are afraid of losing crystals, this might be an option for you. Finally, we compare our raw damage preset with the back attack damage preset. We took an 80% back attack rate to simulate the difference. Already at 80%, we deal at almost every single spot more damage. The difference at Girin Underground is not as big yet, but wait until we change our back attack rate to 100%. It went up by another few percent. This will make a big difference in the long run, trust me. Now you notice that we have less total AP with this setup, but don't be afraid. This can be fixed quickly. To balance out the AP loss, you can use furniture buffs like the Shadow Lion head. Finally, you can see that we deal approximately 5% more damage if you back attack 100% of the time. Let me shortly explain how you get the new crystals that we used here. The new Macalad crystal can be obtained by using simple alchemy with 1 hand Macalad, 1 dark red fang crystal of valor, 50 magical shards, and 100 lightstone crystals. The crystal of mysterious darkness can be obtained by simple alchemy using a crystal of darkness, 1 magic crystal of infinity, back attack, 50 magical shards, 100 lightstone crystals, and 100 blackstone's weapon. The Crystal of Darkness can be obtained by killing the new region's bosses and sniper hunting falcons. The Crystal of Brutal Decimation can be obtained the same way, just switch the Crystal of Darkness for the Crystal of Decimation. For the Girin's tier you need a total of 9 Girin's fragments, 200 magical shards, and 400 lightstone crystals. The Girin's fragments can only be obtained from the new region's bosses. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below.